All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Gabe, the Night Watchman.
And Gabe and I are here and excited to listen to AC/DC, his first time technically. We reacted to Thunderstruck. I made the bonehead move and chose the lyric video that was covered by somebody else. And we were listening to him like, this sounds different than the usual one. That's why. So technically, this is his first time hearing them play, but a second AC/DC song. Which one are we checking out today?
We're checking out Back in Black. Now, let me ask you a question. Is that a popular title song? Because I've heard Back in Black, the title of those songs, but it wasn't AC/DC.
Yeah.
I think there might even be a rap song, Back in Black. You know what I mean?
There might have been a play on it, but this is a very, very famous song. I guarantee right when it starts off, you're like, oh yeah, I've heard this in a movie or on this or that. I would be shocked if the whole song is done and you're like, I've never heard that before.
Well, you also got to remember, right?
Legendary riff.
I'm an 80s child. So when you grow up as an 80s child, a lot of these songs were in, whether it was Top Gun,
and you
Roadhouse.
don't know what it is or who it's from.
Yeah, they just throw it in the background, right? Yeah. Roadhouse. Oh, Patrick Swayze. Dude, my wife had never seen
The Cleaner.
My wife had never seen Roadhouse.
I had never seen it either until a few years ago when you told me about it.
Friendship over. You never seen?
No, I've seen it now.
Before I told you about,
no.
You never saw Patrick.
I don't know how because I'd watched movies on TV all day long growing up. Never got around to that one.
Dude, Patrick Swayze is the man in that movie.
No, he's pissed.
And then it's funny, right? Because after that, I think he did Ghost, and people were like,
dude, he's very, very versatile. He was gone too soon.
Yes.
But we're going to check out Back in Black. I'm excited for him. I already know. You guys know he's going to be like, oh, yeah, I've heard part of this. But he swears he's not heard it yet. If you like our reaction in any way, please don't forget to
like and subscribe.
And let's go ahead and jump into some Back in Black. It's very hard for me to say the title and not to start singing. And I have a horrible voice. That's just how catchy this song is. It's so good. All right. Here we go. Oh, come on. I told you.
I'm trying to picture a movie I saw this. Yes.
If you've seen Megaminds.
Megamind in there. When I've heard it in a lot of movies.
A lot of movies. That would be so funny. Always wears that hat.
It's already an ad. Because I didn't know what it is. It's already an ad. Finally, something else to throw into the roller dicks. Dude, that's a classic. You know, it's funny when you've heard a song, but you don't know what it is. Completely off the topic. But have you ever... Of course, you watch Married with Children, right?
Yeah.
There's this episode with Al Bundy. There's an oldie song that he likes that comes on the radio. He don't know, and every time he goes to this record store, he's like, "Oh, you just go to this record store. You could say the tune, just one line in it, or even a verse or the thing." And the guy at the record store is so versed in music, he can tell with him. So all Al Bundy knows is "Go with him," and the guy's like, "Never heard it." A guy came in the store. He was like, and then Oh yeah, that's 1977, whatever. Yeah, that's what it is. And he's like, go with him. And he's like, never heard it. Like, you know, like, are you serious? And that's how I felt like that. Like, I've heard this. I never knew what it was, but every time it comes on, it's dope. And I remember one time I even tried to Shazam it. That's, you know.
Yeah.
Like, try to listen to it to Shazam. And by the time you got to catch at least, I think it's like 10 seconds of it or whatever.
Too late.
And I was like, no, it was too late. And then I forget to do it or whatever. So before I forget, edit it.
Back in Black. I just want to say he's wearing a Chargers shirt, so I love that.
Is he? Oh, he is wearing a Chargers shirt.
Yep. How about the guy in the schoolboy outfit?
second guitar riff.
And he does not stop moving. Isn't that song just so much fun?
That is so much fun. Again, I can't even tell you the movies I've seen. I've heard it in before. I didn't know it was Back in Black. I'm actually excited to be able to throw it in the Rolodex. You know what's funny? I was thinking to myself, and maybe it's made up. You remember the first time I remember like somebody going nuts, and that's why I thought, okay, that's what rock and roll is, and that's what I kind of like as far as rock and roll is concerned. Back to the Future.
Yeah.
What
Would be good.
What is he playing when he goes the? He's like running on his back or whatever.
He just kind of did his own little thing. I don't think that's any part of the song, the music in Johnny Be Good. But he's just kind of like, he's just showing his rock star, doing a little over the top and dramatic. And you have some guys, they break guitars, they do all the kind of crazy
Dude,
stuff.
I need a guitar. Guys, give us a good performance where there's like guitar breakers. I need to see the guitar
He
breakers.
needs to see the carnage. But just the idea of the kids in the 1950s that, you know, like a sock hopper or whatever, and he's just doing that, and that's why you see their faces like,
what just happened?
and then the guy even checks his guitar, like, is everything okay with my guitar? That is hilarious.
Let me ask you a question. And at the beginning, what's that song that opens up the Back to the Future? Because that's also a guitar riff that I've heard.
Power of Love from Huey Lewis and the News.
Okay, so I've heard that before, but I didn't know who it was or whatever.
Huey Lewis and the News, yes.
Oh,
I always thought that was an interesting name, but they have some great songs. They're the ones that came up with, is it Need a New Drug? Or Power, I don't know. They have a song that Ghostbusters ripped off, and that caused a whole controversy.
really?
Yeah, it was originally their song.
Okay.
Ghostbusters sounds exactly the same, just different lyrics, obviously.
Love it. Love
Yes.
it. That's classic. And, you know, it's, you know, that's a funny thing when you talk about music and you talk about the history of music or whatnot. Like, there's so many different little nuances to it. You know, people ripping off other people's stuff, bands breaking up. Like, I didn't realize, like, all the different iterations of who ended up breaking up and then and ended up, you had told me before,
The Eagles?
was it the Eagles that they broke up and one of them broke up and then made Slipknot or...
Oh, no. So you had Soundgarden, he broke off with Rage Against the Machine. They broke off together, made Audio Slave. They only lasted for 2 albums before they couldn't stand each other. And then Chris Cornell passed away, unfortunately.
Oh, man. That's
Audio Slave's got some fantastic music. I'm not sure if we'll ever react to it. Let us know if you want us to. If not, you can start listening to them because they have some great music too. But this is such an iconic song. And the interesting thing here, you see official video. This was probably the music video back in whenever it came out. The interesting thing here is they're playing live, but I think everything's dubbed by the studio version of that song. I don't think that version was recorded when they were playing it with the. Does that make sense?
Right.
Because it just sounded too perfect. You couldn't hear any of the audience whatsoever.
Right.
They would have been losing their minds. But still, I just love the, you know, the bravado, whatever you want to call it, of the lead singer. I mean, he just has got like that swag or whatever and I'm sorry, I don't know the names. I was never like brought up on AC/DC. I discovered them on my own. The guitarist in the schoolboy uniform or whatever.
He's
just
crushed
insane.
it.
The bass guitar and the drummer just seems like the most mellow one of all of them. But they're so iconic in so many ways, and you just discover song after song after song of theirs, and it's just magical.
You know, well, it's so funny because I had heard of, obviously, the band AC/DC simply because I've seen the T-shirts. Even now, this generation,
He wore
they wear the AC/DC shirt, but I didn't know this was an AC/DC song, so I'm glad. So I'm actually, now I need some more to try to, you know, get into their music because his voice is super iconic too.
Very iconic.
To me, that's what a rock star needs to sound like. You know what I mean? Like
your own sound.
Oh man, that was super cool.
And I mean, how could you not? And again, I looked at the story last time we did, and I forgot to mention it. I think it was their lead singer or maybe guitarist. I think it was their lead singer they had lost originally, and so they were able to find a different one, which is just absolutely crazy. And so you have like, you know, was AC/DC better with the original singer, this or that? But anyways, let us know what you know about AC/DC. Educate both of us, as I don't know too much about the band, but I definitely know the music. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time,
we know all things.